Just when we thought we would never lace up our Doc Martens again, 90s fashion has returned as one of the biggest trends this winter. If you're a stranger to slogan tees, plaid shirts and work boots, let's introduce you to the style that defined Nirvana and launched Winona Ryder's career. Grunge is the new gloss. And here to recall this iconic fashion era is our fashion director, Alexis Shafay-May. Alexis, so good to have you in studio this morning. Now, who would ever have thought that the teenage angst of the 90s would be back and making a very popular comeback, by the way?
Grunge is back with a vengeance, and perhaps it's because there's quite a few parallels between the youth of the 90s and the youth of today. I think it's, the 90s really was a rebellion towards, the glitz and glamour of the 80s. It was that get-rich-quick kind of culture that could never really last, and they were so disillusioned in the 90s that they came up with grunge. And really now we've had this post-technology boom, and really I think young people today actually feel as more isolated than they ever have, even though that they're connected through social media. So they're basically disconnected even though they're connected all the time. And I think that, really fashion is always, a reflection of what's going on with society's mood.
So the grunge that you're talking about isn't exactly the same grunge that we experienced 20 years ago. It has been updated and modernized somewhat, and you've prepared some models to show us exactly what that modern grunge look looks like.
Absolutely. It's a contemporary twist on the original grunge of the 90s.
Wonderful. Let's take a look at the... Oh, I like this. Our first model. Very nice. Alexis.
So, distressed denim. I mean, really, this is quintessential to the whole grunge look, and this is really probably what we think of first when we think of grunge. The leather jacket, also an essential piece. It's the slogan print tees that really debuted back in the 90s. So they really, I mean, this season as well, massive trend. And here you see you've got the plaid shirt knotted around her waist. No, it's not a flattering look on a woman. That's the whole point.
Exactly.
It's supposed to be, I don't care what I'm wearing. I just rolled out the house dressed like this. It's practical. I'm going to get stuff done. So really, essentially, grunge is an attitude. So this look for me pulls it together. It's a bit of texture on the beanie. It's, some cool jewelry pieces. It's the boots. It's distressed denim. It's relaxed, and it's,
and you know what?
Loads of attitude.
It works. At the end of the day, it works. Who would have ever thought that this look would be back making such a very modern comeback? I absolutely love it. Shall we take a look at our next model?
Let's take a look.
Fantastic. Ooh, I like it a lot. Wow.
So this is a little bit of a sexier look. It's got a little bit of a Drew Barrymore feel when she was so much younger. So here, this look, it just personifies, I woke up in my nightie and I put on my cardigan and I went downstairs to get the milk. It's that kind of look. And of course you've got, it's really, this is as feminine, I think, as 90s fashion really gets. It's a little bit of silk with a little bit of a lace trim. You've got all that texture going on in the cardigan. It looks really worn. That crochet was a really big thing back in the 90s. And of course the lace-up boot. So back in the 1990s, I mean, we wore them almost up to the knee. But this season really is more about this kind of level on it. So it's way below the knee, but above the ankle. Really, it's a work boot, essentially. So it's grunge. But this really is the key piece that you need to pull the whole look together.
Very nice.
The rest of it it's loose. As you can see, there's nothing tight. It's very layered. It's very, thrown together. And that's essentially what you need.
That I like a lot. But here we have something that is very, very different. Wow, but it works.
So here you have, it's the plaid and the tartan. That was really the only print that you saw in the 90s. A little bit of daisy print as well, but we've saved you from that. And we've got the brothel creepers. Again, it's the textured, crochet cardigan. And the denim jacket. The denim jacket, every girl in the 90s had to have a denim jacket in her closet. And, this season we're seeing it again. Your denim jacket is really a key piece. And really, I think grunge is the only style era that you could actually tie your jacket around your waist. So if you're into that, you can ride it out this season.
Very cool.
Again, it's about throwing the look together. Nothing really matches. Nothing's coordinated. You never want to leave the house looking polished if you want to pull off grunge.
I like it because grunge was also a way that you kind of, you can throw anything on, and now it's actually a fashionable thing. People are actually going to think you made an effort when you really didn't.
Absolutely. And all those old items in your closet that are looking like a little bit rough around the edges, they work perfectly. You can just pull them out, stick them together, and off you go.
Thank you so much, Miss Alexis, and thank you so much for all of these amazing trend reports, keeping us on track with what is trending right now. It's quite amazing. Well, if you are a fan of grunge and you're a fan of the 90s, I'm sure that you love this, and I'm sure all of you are doing a collective yes.